And I'm so excited because at least this time we can now be more connected to many people about their feng shui.
If you don't want to do something, change it. If you don't want to be somewhere, move. Do whatever you can to be happy because this is it. You can't come back and do it again.
Kayo pa rin ang mag-decide kung gusto nyo maging masaya, maging malungkot. Tanggalin na yung lungkot, di ba? Tanggalin yung problema, doon ka lang sa happiness. Yun palagi ang pipiliin mo, happiness.
If you just live one way forever and you don't pivot and you don't move, you will never grow. You will just be idle. And if you are idle, then how will you progress, diba?
Pag-aralan mo yung role hindi lang mataya mo script, memorize mo, that's it. Kasi hindi lalabas sa mukha mo kung tama ba yung role na pinaportray mo. Kailangan pag-aralan mo siya, mag-research ka, mag-kausap ka ng kung ano pwede mong kausapin tao para sa role na to.
Diba, of course, love is a choice. So, syempre, since we're both part of the showbiz industry, importante para sa amin na hindi makinig sa ibang tao. It's more of like we choose to listen to each other.
Keep dreaming about the Philippines because when you wake up and when you do make good of your travel to the Philippines, we assure you of the same promise that it will be more fun and safer Philippines which you will visit.
I think OPM is evolving because we have a global audience. So there's a lot of things that is being now added into the music. The generation of today is adding a new flavor to it.
Marketing is to build awareness. Branding is tell people who you are. Find your target markets, where they are, where they gather, and what's their lifestyle.
Me as an individual, as a unique person, I feel that you are your own icon. You know, you have to have your own personality, shine, whatever.
Because for me, it's about educating ourselves because we are in two different generations. But at the end, we will embrace and kiss and say, I love you.
You know, you have to take charge of your destiny because it is your life. And ambition ka sa buhay, run after your dreams, chase your dreams, it will happen.
Changing the habits to keep your energy level balanced and take the advantage to take care of yourself, pamper yourself with shea butter. You know, it was something that I was doing a lot.
But with cooking, you know, be imaginative, be creative, explore. It's really more of just have fun with what you cook.
I want you to know that it's a hard job. So, hindi lang yan pang glamour. I think you have to be intelligent to be an actor so you can understand the character that you will do and what the director will tell you.
For me, it was all about care. I care about people. I care enough to want them to do really well. And it was that moment where I realized that I want to coach. I want to help others through coaching.
The greatest sex organ is the one between your ears, diba? Not between your legs. So that is why I decided to get a PhD in psychology and clinical science.
During my college days, then I started buying cheap makeup, and then I started people paying. Like I could actually earn from it. So like, oh my God, I could really earn from by doing the thing that I love doing.
Pagdating ng araw, ipapakita namin sa buong mundo na kaming mga Filipina, we are good people. That is just a stepping stone for us to achieve what we want because of love for our family.
Why do we limit ourselves if you have the time and you have the skills to pursue something and your heart and your passion is still in it?
I always feel that being a woman is an advantage because you can charm your way, diba, sister?
Yeah.
If you're smart, you can do many things, no? Pretty and smart. Wow, you can do so many things.
As a model, you are expected to look a certain way. You're expected to have measurements that are at par with their standard.
Making the right choices in my career has led me to the leadership role that I am at now. No?
I look at the mirror and smile a lot. Remember, it only takes 17 muscles to smile and 46 muscles to frown.
What's nice about our industry is during recessions or during difficult times, that's where we really hunt and look for opportunities.
I want to make children happy. That is one of the most important purpose that I had. So I said, I had to teach children how to play with it.
There is something special about each one of us. And if we can share that
and have mutual benefits for each other, then that's really good. Create a win-win-win situation for everybody.
Nakaka-in-love.
Nakaka-in-love. Alam mo talaga, totoo yan, Marites. When you're traveling, just the two of you, you feel young. Yung parang it was just yesterday.
There are foods that don't have to be fancy. There are foods that don't have to be complicated to be delicious. And we have to keep that part of our culinary tradition alive.
It's not always about just the work. It's about holistic wellness, right?
That's
right. It's about having a balance of, really enjoying life.
Beauty is no longer a vanity. Actually, it's an affordable luxury.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon here from London. I'm back in London from a very, very successful and wonderful birthday trip in Prague, Czech Republic. It was a very, very wonderful birthday celebration. So, unang-una, good evening there in the Philippines. Good morning, New York. Good afternoon here in London. And I just would like to say thank you so much for your wonderful, wonderful birthday greetings to me. So, as I was telling most of my friends, here in London, since May, it's really like more or less back to normal. We cannot travel abroad. We can travel to Europe. So I decided to spend my birthday celebration in Prague. Prague, it's actually in Czech Republic. It's about 2 hours flight from London. And I decided to visit a very, very special church. It's the Holy Infant Church, it's the Victory Church where the Holy Infant Jesus, miraculous, the baby infant Jesus was there. And it's been there for like hundreds and hundreds of years. So I made some special wishes. And of course, to my wonderful followers and viewers, I also made some wishes to you. So thank you so much, mga kaibigan. If you want to know more about Prague, I'm going to be posting photos on my page. And at the same time, you just watch Casino Royale or Tom Cruise Mission Impossible. That's where they shoot the movie. Okay, so mga kaibigan, without further ado, a new episode to look forward to on this day, Monday, the 11th of October, on our Fun Fortune Feng Shui episode, is of course a very special guest. He is a very empowered young man. In fact, he is the reigning Ginoong Pilipinas Grand Winner. Oh my God, mga kaibigan, he's so guapo and he's so smart. In fact, he won major male pageants with his dashing good looks and charisma that made him the man of the moment. And do you know, mga kaibigan, hindi lang siya super guapo, hindi lang siya super talento. He is also a licensed private pilot and a car enthusiast. So let's know more later what are the cars that he collects. And he is also an advocacy for global citizen equality, who values respect for people from various backgrounds, from either it's going to be race, gender, or any professions or any beliefs. So, mga kaibigan, these fine young gentlemen will represent the Philippines in the Mr. Universe Tourism Pageant this coming 2022. And he's in fact training right now and preparing for this international competition. So let's get to know more about this Men Mode episode by welcoming the very handsome, I will emphasize that, very smart, Mr. Erik Lennart Visser. I'm not sure if I pronounce it right, Visor or Visor. I'll ask him. Hello, Erik. Hello, how are you?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Madam Marites. Thank you so much for having me here on the show. Good
My
afternoon to
pleasure.
you there, and good evening here in the Philippines, in fact.
Thank
And
you.
also,
Thank you,
happy
Erik.
birthday to you, as I'm
Thank
now
you.
informed.
Yeah. I had a great celebration. We flew to Prague. So
Mm.
beautiful, Like what I said, just watch Casino Royale, the James Bond or Mission Impossible, and that's the scene. Most of the scenes were shot there. Now, Erik, first and foremost, how do I pronounce your last name?
Visser.
Visser. Okay, so
Yes.
Erik Lennart Visser. So Lennart is your second name or your middle initial?
It's my second name since when you're born in places like Europe, you don't
Yeah.
get the middle initial afterwards.
That's right. That's right. Wow. So, mga kaibigan, kilalanin natin si Erik. So, if you do have some questions to Erik, find out more about what he does. I can see that we have here some viewers: Orly, Leah, Laura Del, Raquel, Marietta. Okay, ang dami-dami niyo pa. Oh, of course, my good friend Nida Sos Michelle. She was with me in she's watching from London, and she was with me with Philip De Vera in Prague as well. So later we can just like keep flushing them in. Okay, so Erik, who is Erik to start with? Are you from Cebu?
Um,
Cebuano ka ba?
well, actually, my hometown, as a lot of people have seen through my different lives, I was born in the Netherlands, but I was raised here in Dumaguete.
Okay.
And I did spend some time in Cebu, over 2 years, in fact, because my brother studied in Cebu for most of his high school life. And I also did my private pilot's license there in Cebu, also my student pilot's license. So I was staying in Cebu for quite some time. And yeah, that's also one of the reasons I represented Cebu in Ginoong Pilipinas as well.
I see. But when you represented the Ginoong Pilipinas, were you, bringing the Cebuanos or the Dumagueteños?
I mean, I think in a sense I was bringing both because although I did represent Cebu,
Cebu, yeah, okay.
it was Ginoong Cebu that I was carrying, in fact. But that does not change the fact that I did grow up here in Dumaguete, and even after I won, I did have a celebration here in Dumaguete. Although I represented Cebu,
That's
they did
right.
have a little parade, still congratulating me regardless of that. And I also, brought to light that maybe we could have Ginoong Dumaguete as well, so that we could have a representative from here for the national pageant.
Wow, nice. And you're coming in so clear. So maayong gabi diha sa imuha. I am from
Yeah.
Cebu, so I speak Bisaya.
Mayang gabi pod sa imo. And
Yeah, which college you finish? I finished from San Jose Recoletos.
I actually after first I did my flying right after my high school. I had high school here in Dumaguete, and then I did flying at Airworks Aviation in Mactan, Cebu. I did that for 2 years. Afterwards, before I wanted to proceed to my commercial, I got my Bachelor of Science degree, which was back here again in Dumaguete. Major in psychology in Silliman University.
I see. I love Siliman. It's so beautiful there. It's really one of my, I would say in let's call it like the Central Visayas region. Cebu,
Mm-mm.
Bohol, Negros, Siquijor. So Cebu and Dumaguete are really one of the beautiful cities there in Central Visayas. Okay, so to know more about Eric, I would just like to know that, in the journey of doing this pageant, were you already, is already your inclination since you were like, in high school, or you were just encouraged by others na, hey, ang gwapo-gwapo mo, Eric, sobrang talino mo, baka naman you can join. What led you into your competition?
Actually, well, some people have said that you should start trying to join pageants or modeling or something like that, and it wasn't really my thing. But then again, my mom, she always saw the best in me, and she always said na, sige na, she always calls me langga, sige na langga, you have to try one time.
Yeah.
And so, I joined this small pageant, which actually started in Silliman, which was Mr. Hibalag, which is like representing the whole Silliman University. And it was fun. So yeah, I joined and I had fun with my fellow candidates, and I didn't expect to have so much fun doing all those different things. I forced myself to put myself in a little bit of a spotlight for a change, and then eventually I was lucky enough to win that. So I was very thankful for that and grateful. And then my I had an agent at that time in Cebu, Dexter Alazas, and he asked me,
our dearest friend, of course.
yeah, he was my manager and also a friend of mine, and he was like saying, why don't you try to join Ginoong Cebu? You might as well, since you've already tried something like this, maybe try to bring it on a bigger stage. And Ginoong Cebu was a quite a long pageant. I think it stretched out more than over a month. So I really got to experience all the different things of pageantry. The photo shoots, the getting to know each other, the walking. And yeah, eventually after that event, I was able to win as well. And then it brought me straight to the national stage, something I wasn't prepared for, but a challenge is a challenge.
That's right. Wow, wonderful. Oh my God, talking about Dexter Alasas. Dexter has been my dearest friend. Of course, he's one of my fashion designers, and we've been together for the last 20 years. So, whenever he's in Manila or whenever I'm in Cebu, we always get connected. I always tell him, even now, that this is pandemic, he even went to my house. I told him, please use our house. We are not there. You feel free to use the house in Manila. So thank you greatly, because we have our Dexter Alasas as our angel. I just would like to, Eric, meron ka dito maraming mga greeters. Miss Portia daw, sabi niya, Miss Portia Penalver, congrats Eric, my fellow Dumagueteño, but I'm working in Cebu now. There's another one from Elvera. Hello, Eric, watching from South Cotabato. Russell, sabi niya, guapo amu alangga, Eric. Oy, this is your mom or your family member? Russell.
What was the name of that?
Russell Eisenetcher. Guapo amu alangga, Eric. This one.
She's a friend of my mom. Thank you to everyone, for watching, supporting the show.
Sabi ni Annabelle, Antonio, congratulations, Eric. Very confident. Janice Penosa, hello, Eric, from Admar Models, Philippines. Marites Mandaraya, hello, guapo, Eric. Portia, I think my tech team should catch up on my reading here. Portia, happy birthday, Madam Marites. Thank you. Flyra Olivar. Rosario Astoraga, happy birthday again. And then, of course, we have here my dearest friend, Philip De Vera, watching right now. She's the queen of Earl's Court, Eric. We were together for a very wonderful time in Prague. So Philip and I flew to Prague, and then I invited one of our friends in Nida to also join us. Josai Dodi, hello, Miss Maritas from London. Evelyn Genson, maayong guwapo. O maayong guwapo, hindi maayong gabi, kundi maayong guwapo. Maria Oliva, hello, watching from Cebu. Go, Eric. And then Evelyn, thank you for your greetings. Paulantes Vernes, thank you. Sabi ni Kenji, pa-shoutout po kasi crush ko si Eric. Ayun. Mamaya na yung iba. Okay, mamaya na yung iba. Maraming pa kayo. Thank you so much. If you have questions for Eric, mga kaibigan, please write it down, and I'm gonna ask that, to him on your behalf. Now, Eric, you seem to have that lack factor in you and all these good things about you. You are a licensed pilot, you have won competitions. Is this your dream, or you are just like holding on to another dream because it's pandemic right now, or are there any things that you still want to do?
Yeah, that's a good question actually, because none of us expected that this pandemic would last so long, and it's like something that you're expecting it to end maybe in the coming months, so you're just holding on to, oh, maybe I can pursue this, and now it's come to show, it's been already 2 years since, almost 2 years, in fact. So yeah, of course, being a pilot is still a dream of mine and something that I very much do want to pursue. As of now, I've been using the pandemic to spend time with my family, and it's good. There are some good things to something like lockdowns and pandemics, because you get to really spend time with your closest relatives and even your
That's right.
friends. It doesn't mean that because there's a pandemic, it's all negative. Yes, there's no school, and work was put on hold for quite a bit now, although it's back now. But there are good stuff. There are good sides, to being at home, spending time with family, and I really got to appreciate that side of it. And hopefully, all of this comes to an end very soon, and we can all go back to the things we love and the things we dream of. And yeah, I very much look forward to the upcoming pageant, something I've been waiting for quite a long time. And hopefully, afterwards, my flying career, becoming a pilot.
Well, pursue. Yeah, why
Yes,
not?
very much.
You're so
Hoping
young.
so.
You're so young, Eric. So tell me, where is the competition gonna be, and when is it gonna be?
So all the details are still being put together as of now, from what I've
Okay.
been told by the organizers. Exactly where, I'm not sure. It was supposed to be held in Indonesia.
Mhm.
As of now, I understand that they still have quite some COVID cases there. So I don't believe it'll be held there any longer.
Or maybe
It
it's gonna
will.
be in London, so you just come na lang to London. I believe, yeah, Philip and I, Ben Chan, we attended one time with Arnold Bigger Free as well. I'm not sure if it's like, I think Dexter should, correct me. Is it the Mr. World or something? Is this going to be an avenue for you once you win the international level? Would it take you now to the Mr. World competition?
That's something that I'll have to see. I still haven't decided yet. I still want to take it one step at a time. And for now, something that I've been looking forward to is this Mr. Universe Tourism talaga, which was
Mm.
supposed to be in 2021. Now it'll be 2022. I
Yeah.
believe it'll be held here in the Philippines,
Oh,
since the
so
IATF, yes, much closer to home. So,
yes,
you know,
yes.
it'll also make it easier for me. Maybe not so much so for the other candidates who'll have to travel here, because it
Yeah,
is an international pageant.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, for now I'll be concentrating on that, and I've been given ample time now. I didn't. I was at one point I was wondering if it would push through, so I'm very happy that it is pushing through,
Yeah.
and hopefully this March, with if the IATF approves all of it, then hopefully I'll get to know the location, the venue, and all the other plans involved with said pageant.
Yeah, well, we will be rooting for you, We will be like, please, thank you for bringing our flag up there. And hey, Philippines, we have the best tourism spots anyway. I believe, I think just the other day we were voted, Siargao in Palawan was voted as one of the world's, again, topping the world's best beach as well for Condé Nast Travel. Now, in the time of this pandemic, between Cebu and Dumaguete, what were the challenges that you have encountered? Was there a time like you just got so bored, you got so lonely, you cannot see your friends? You know what I mean? You don't have that social life interactions. You can go to a bar, for example. I mean, here in the UK, like what I said, we can now travel freely and everything. What did you manage, or did you go through some hurdles or like mga challenges, and how did you cope with it?
Are you talking about during the pandemic or during
Yeah,
the
even now,
Ginoong
even now.
Cebu?
Yeah, even now that you cannot, in your day-to-day life, sometimes because of your stature right now, you should be like, in a normal circumstances, right? You should be like guesting, going around, you get invited to different places. Can you do that now, or you still cannot?
Yeah, I definitely get that because right after I won the Ginoong Pilipinas, I had quite some events lined up, judging all across the Philippines, and I was very much looking forward to that. I really enjoy judging. I really enjoy looking at pageants, and I was able to do, I think, two or three before everything went into lockdown, no more travel, and I think
I
I had like
see.
more than 10 events lined up, which was such a shame because I was very
Oh.
much looking forward to those events. And even more so, like we try to make it work with interviews, live interviews such as this one. And but the thing is, there was no travel for quite a long time, and there was also no pageants going on for quite a long time, for more than a year. So yeah, that was something that was really a shame. But it's something that nothing can be done about, and we just have to move forward. And look, right now, it's things are pushing through, luckily.
Exactly. Yeah.
And yeah, so like I said, I just spent my time at home, spending time with family, and I was kind of bored a bit here at home because I like to live an active lifestyle. I like to do stuff. I like to travel. So I decided to start some work. I'm currently working as a marketing professional here at Toyota Dumaguete as well.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what's been
So
keeping me busy.
your plate is very full still, right? So no no dull moment for Eric. So if you are given a chance to travel, Eric, like say, okay, Eric, the pandemic is lifting parts of some countries to travel. Like you're inkling to have a holiday. Where would you go? The question is, where would you go, and who you want to go with?
Well, that's a very good question because if ever the borders were to open up, to be honest, there's so much to explore here in the Philippines that a lot of people take for granted. Like
Exactly.
there are different places in the Philippines which can compete with places in outside of the country. Like people would say, go to Thailand when you have beautiful islands in Palawan.
Exactly.
But if I really do have to travel somewhere outside of the Philippines, I'd have to give it some thought because there's so many different places that I haven't been. Um, Maybe I'd probably travel somewhere to like the US because the US is also quite similar in a way that there's so many different places to see. There's so many different things that you can explore, that it's not just one environment. And definitely the person I'd be bringing is my mom because she's the one who's been so
Oh, that's so
supportive throughout
sweet.
this pageantry. She loves to travel as well. It's always been a dream of hers to travel. And she hasn't been able to do much of that, taking care of us as kids. So maybe it's nice to give back something for a change.
Oh, that's nice. It's so sweet of you. Do you have any siblings, brother or sister?
Yeah, I actually do have a brother. He's almost the same age as me. He's less than a year younger than me, and
Okay.
he's currently in the other room,
Oh,
probably watching
hi.
this live.
Watching. Hello. I'm sure kasing gwapo mo rin. If you don't mind me asking, Eric, how young are you?
I'm 23 years old.
Wow. You are like ano, you are same age as my third daughter. So I'm your ano na, I'm your mommy na. Ayun, sabi ni Dexter, excited to see you compete in Mr. Universe Tourism 2022. Okay, because it's Dexter and because it's you, you can count on me. If you are in London, I'm telling you, we have great friends here. We have Philip De Vera. My gosh, he has all the connections for you to have a very successful pageant. Sabi ni Joey Abanilla, gwapo din siguro ang brother mo. Of course naman. Talagang sigurado yan. Pero hindi naman kayo twins.
No, we're not twins, but our age gap is less than a year. So we kind of look, people say we kind of look similar, and we're also similar height as well. He's slightly taller than me.
Okay. Wow. Sabi dito ni Maria Mercedes, it's Tony and Yana. Looks good, sound good. Good luck. You have our support. Ang galing naman. Sabi
Thank you
naman
so much, everyone.
nating team dito sa Friga. Go for gold, Eric. We support you all the way. Of course, Ija, maraming salamat sa inyong birthday greetings. And then, Eric, we're gonna go for a very, very short break. But before we go for a break, I'm gonna give you this question that you can ponder on. Okay? So kanina sabi mo, if you are given a chance to travel, where would you go? So most likely it's Palawan, do it local, or then baka kung pwede na rin yung US. And then you would like to bring your mom. Oh my God, that is so nice. So the next question is, in general, I want you to take us through that. Each of us, we've gone through so much. Like, some people gone through like so difficult time during the pandemic. I want you to specifically tell us, like, what did Eric went through that somehow make you depressed, that somehow made you question things. Some people, they lost their husbands, some people, they lost their wives, family member, they lost their jobs. I have a friend that she, and the other one, he has everything, then all of a sudden it's gone. And it took them some time to get through it. So I'd like you to tell me later when we come back, what were the biggest challenges you had to go through in this pandemic and in life in general. So when we come back, mga kaibigan, let's talk to Eric about it. But in the meantime, I'd like you to see our 2022 horoscope books, mga kaibigan, the year of the water tiger. So I'm not sure if it's ready. Okay, naka-PowerPoint na pala. Sige, please flash in our 2022 horoscope books, mga kaibigan. I have finished writing them and it's now on pre-order. So after the show, I'm going to be launching them on the show as well. And by Wednesday this week, you can now begin to order. So can we please have a look for the 2022 Year of the Water Tiger horoscope books? So yan. So in 2022, we have the almanac, we have the planner, and of course, the 12 animal signs. So those are the prints that we have right now, mga kaibigan. It's ready na po yan for 2022 pre-order. So we have the rat. Ano nga bang kapalaran ng rat sa 2022? Then, of course, we have the ox. Ayan. The ox will have the wealth star in 2022. The rat will have the new beginnings in 2022. And then, of course, we have the tiger. The tiger naman is, of course, prosperity. O, magandang luck ni tiger. And in fact, it's also your year of the tiger. And then we have the rabbit. So, mga kaibigan, si rabbit, mag-ingat. Medyo meron lang silang disharmony. Pero kayang-kayang i-control pa rin yan, ang mga rabbit. Then we have the dragon. Si dragon naman is luck and love. Meron silang luck in travel as well. Then we have the snake. Si snake, they can look forward for more connections, more networking opportunities. And then we have the horse. I believe, horse yung kasunod natin sa after the snake. So mga kaibigan, maganda po ang luck ni horse in 2022. So, kailangan lang natin talaga siyang tingnan yung individual monthly forecast po ninyo sa inyong mga horoscope book. Of course, the ship coming through from 2021, it's way better than 2021. But then, it depends, mga kaibigan, sa inyong destiny chart, ha? Titingnan pa rin natin isa-isa yan. And then we have the monkey. The monkey, mga kaibigan, because this is the year of the tiger, this is going to be a triple whammy obstacle year for us. And then, depending on your destiny chart, ay nako, magpabasa na kayo this early so you can be ready. I'm a monkey. So we have to be extra careful in 2022. Then, of course, the rooster. The rooster will be coming back in terms of like robbery, losing money. Hala, it's gonna happen to the rooster. Then we have the dog. The dog, mga kaibigan, they have the so-called heaven's luck. Anything that is unexpected, pwede pong dumating sa buhay ninyo. And then finally, we have the boar. The boar, mga kaibigan, will have a better luck compared to 2021. You know why? Because the boar is the best friend of the tiger. And in the destiny chart of the year, there are 3 tigers. Best friend niya si boar. So boar, animal sign, will have a very, very important role in 2022. So yan muna mga kaibigan, okay? I'll be back with you on that. And then let's come back now and continue with our interview with Erik. So Erik, what was your challenges that you felt it was the biggest challenge in your life that you had to go through in this pandemic? Because just like all of us, you know that when we left Manila, we were only living with our suitcase because our house is there, etc., etc. Our life was there. But then my
Mm-mm.
husband said, honey, tomorrow is the last flight that they will not ask for a PCR test. Because parang chicken and egg situation eh. Magpa-PCR test ka sa Manila dati, your PCR test will come like 5 days after. Kasi 'di ba punuan eh. It
Mm-mm.
was the height of pandemic. Maya-maya naman, sabi naman ni airline, your PCR test should be valid for like 48 hours lang. So parang walang katapusan. Pa-test ka ngayon, 5 days yung dating, but sabi ni airline, invalid na yan kasi 5 days ago pa yan. We only did 48 hours. So immediately, I was only given 6 hours. We have to leave now. So wala akong tulog. Then we just brought our luggage. And then true enough, 19 months after, we're still here. So I have to leave everything. I have to leave the business. Like I have to leave everything. So what was your challenges?
So yeah, for just like everyone, for me, there were some challenges. One of them being that, I like to stay active. I like to do stuff, and the pandemic put that on hold. Staying home most of the day, it can get boring. Although it is fun to spend time with family. But I like to go out. I like to lead an active lifestyle. And when you really go into lockdown, you can't leave the house. You can't even do groceries. It can get
That's
quite
right.
boring. So
Mhm.
that was a bit of a challenge, but I think the biggest challenge is something that not so many people know, not even outside of our family, because we're quite private. And that was because earlier this year, my dad passed away. And although it's not very related to the
Yeah.
pandemic, it did happen during the pandemic. So that was probably the biggest
Oh, I'm
challenge.
sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's all right.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. So yeah, that was the biggest challenge I think out of everything. And yeah, we've been able to move through as a family, and so I think that was probably the biggest challenge over, not including everything else, including that, no, there's no travel, there's no activities going on. And we're just thankful that now things are slowly starting to open up. We're slowly able to do more and more. And including, in pageantry, we can now slowly push through with thinking of the upcoming pageants, events, and similar stuff.
That's right. That's right. Well, that's good. You are all vaccinated naman, right?
Yes, we're all vaccinated in the family, and of course, we made sure of that as soon as it was possible. And yeah, we're thankful for that. We're thankful for the opportunity to be able to receive the vaccine as well.
Yeah, it's really the key. The vaccine, once you have that, is the key. I mean, right now, whatever with when you just travel, you just show to them the proof that you were vaccinated. So,
Mm-mm.
mga kaibigan, if you have questions for Eric, we are finishing soon. Sabi niya dito, Miss Allen, lucky talaga si Eric. Aside from being guwapo, mukhang swerte din kasi super double yung name niya plus surname. Kaya good luck, Eric. Okay. Feng Shui na yung pinag-uusapan namin dito. So don't... Thank you for that. Excited about the book, Miss Allen. I'm under Year of the Horse. Oh, yun. Horse, dog, and tiger are allies and friends. And of course, we have our dearest friend, Albert. Oh my gosh. Albert, oy, anong question mo dito kay Eric? Albert, mga kaibigan, he's like one of the most famous Filipino top blogger, social media influencer in Metro Manila. So, Albert, thank you for dropping by. If you have questions to Eric, please give it a shot. Um, okay, sabi naman dito yung mga nagtatanong po ng inyong mga forecast, saka na lang yan ha. Kasi ano natin excited tayo dito sa malalaman natin from Eric. Eric, question. You know, if you have to say advice to your younger brother, who you said is halos kamukha mo, kasing height mo, halos same age lang kayo, would you encourage your brother to also do the same, pageantry or modeling that you do?
Well, my brother has also done quite a bit of modeling. Not too much, just something that he tried out back when he was studying in Cebu. And as of now, he's concentrating on his basketball. He's a player at San Beda right now,
Okay.
basketball player. So, I think that's something that he likes. That's something that he's passionate about and something he aspirates to do. So, I think, if that makes him happy, he should stick to that. And just because I do pageantry doesn't mean he has to. And if he wants to give it a try, then why not?
Wow, I love your support. You're very open. Some people is because I'm doing it now. I've already made my mark. You just follow me. You know what I mean? So I like it that you're giving him the option, the decision to follow suit or not. Now, Filipinos have been winning abroad in the international scene. What do you think is the edge of an Eric, competing against international delegates?
I mean, there is a reason why, Filipinos are able to make their mark in the world of pageantry. And it's because we're so passionate about pageantry. We study it, we look at what are the best possible scenarios for answering a certain question. But I think the most important thing is that they're really passionate about pageantry because it's not just about beauty or looks or any of that or being able to speak well. The reason pageantry exists is to give us a voice to be able to speak about what we think is important. And I think, the most important edge that anyone can have, and myself including, is to really speak about what you're passionate about, what you want to advocate about. And if you really put your passion behind that, then it'll all flow naturally. And you don't have to worry about competing. You'll just worry about how you perform or how you're able to bring out that advocacy on stage.
That's right. That's right. And yes, you're right. We have the Miss Universe, we have the Miss Philippines, we have the Miss World, Miss Universe. I think we even have like the Miss International. We have the fourth supermodel, of course, as well. So puro Pinoy. So I'm telling you, Eric, you really have the edge over everyone else. I've seen it. Like what I said, I remember going to the Mr. World competition. Wow. Pinoys are really like, talagang ang galing-galing natin. Meron ditong special question, yung ating batikan na social media influencer. Albert, sabi niya, how would you feel if trans men will join male pageants? Wow, that's talagang pang Miss World yung question, Albert. What do you think, Eric?
Well, since before, I've been advocating about equality in all senses. I highlighted that before when it came to different races. And for now, I also want to concentrate on gender equality and not, just male, female, but all the LGBTQ. And everyone knows I've been very open about that. And I've been very supportive when it comes to that. So, I actually studied psychology and we learn all about the different reasons why people feel a certain way. And if someone becomes a trans man, it's because they feel that that's what's right for them. And, if that's how they come out, then I don't see any reason why they don't have to join. Because we're not judging pageantry just because of looks. We're not judging pageantry just because of your gender orientation. The reason people do pageantry is, as I mentioned, is to really, give a voice, to speak out what you believe. And that's the reason why we have all of these final questions in Miss Universe and all these other big pageants and also in male pageants. And that's the reason we have all these speeches and everything else, so that we can really bring out what we feel and what we think is important and let the world know how we feel about it, using our voice, our platform to really speak about what we care about.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, wonderful. Mga kaibigan, we already have a winner. No need to listen to anyone. I love your answer. I mean, it's really true. You're so right. I mean, equality, gender equality to start with is very, very important. And I like it that, of course, we have the nod, we have the approval of Albert. Palakpakan daw. Your answers are very, very good. Sabi ni Joey, a very young age but very articulate and delivering his thoughts. Sure win. Hope we can watch the Mr. Universe here in the Philippines. Did you say the pageant is going to be, you don't have the details yet, but maybe it's going to come by the end of the year or in March?
So the set date, hopefully, we're looking at March, and we're more than likely looking at it being here in the Philippines.
Wow, sana Philippines, no? In March is a good weather. The
Yeah, and
beach at that time is good.
I agree. And if it were here in the Philippines, I'd be very happy as well, because then I can have all the people who support me being able to,
yes.
being able to watch, hopefully, wherever in the Philippines it may be held. And of course, my mom and all my relatives and friends would definitely want to be there to support.
Of course, the Marites Allen troops will be there to support you.
I very much look forward to that. Thank you so much.
We will. So if you are going to advise somebody who would like to join the pageant, or would you say thinking of joining one, what would you advise to them? Like, how young would you start? Which I don't know, type of industry or type of activity you should be allowing yourself to do to be ready for pageants like this?
I've had some people actually ask me, should I join pageantry, or what can I do to join or win a certain pageant, or how can I join this pageant? So, I think, in my opinion, you have to start where you think you belong. So if you want to start small, start in a local pageant, start in your own city, even your own barangay, if that's what makes you comfortable. And then slowly work your way up. And yeah, that's what happened with me. I started, well, it's not really small, but I started in my school, and then I started in Cebu City, and it brought me to where I am. And I very much look forward to my international pageants. So to those who do aspire to join pageants, go for it. If you really want to join something like that, look at how people perform in pageants, look for your inspiration. Even myself, when I joined pageantry, I had no idea. And especially when I was going into the national stage. So, I had to watch some videos of different people who performed. How did they perform? How did they walk? How did they answer? Just to get a general idea. And I think, that's start with the basics and work your way from there.
Wow. I always know we have some earlier guests that once said that, it's really like the baby steps. Yun na nga eh. A journey to, what is that? A journey to 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And like what you said as well, start small, and from there you can progress. So would you say, like, people are sometimes blessed to be in that type of field you are in, or sometimes some people are just not blessed enough? Or would you say you're born with it, or you have to work for it?
I don't think necessarily that you're born with it. I mean, there are some people who are able to articulate words better, but that is not a reason to be able to not perform in a pageant. I mean, that's the reason we have translators. It doesn't mean you have to be good in English, for example, to join a pageant. You can very much answer in your own native dialect or your own, native language. As long as you have the passion to do it, as long as you believe that you can do it, then I think everyone has a chance. It doesn't matter who you are, how you look, or as long as you're confident enough in yourself. That's the most important thing, being confident in yourself. Then you'll be able to perform in any activity, not only pageantry.
Yes, that's nice. That's nice. So this one, Eric, on the photo right now, the Ginoong Pilipinas Cebu, this was when you won the Cebu competition, was it?
Yes, right after I won, we had a little photo shoot involving that.
I was wondering whether the crown is heavy. Is it light, heavy, or something?
I don't remember anymore because it was.
Where is the crown now? Are you able to bring home the crown, like in your house, or does it have to be put in a office or something?
For the crown of Ginang Cebu, actually, when I won the international I mean national title, sorry, Dexter kept the crown for now for safekeeping. Since I have I have the national crown, it's somewhere here in my cabinet, I think.
Okay. And then you're gonna be like passing it on to the next, batch.
I'll have to see if they'll be making a new crown for it, or if we'll be keeping the same crown. Because I believe that this crown was from the previous title holder, so I might be passing it on as well.
Wow, wow, that's nice. I mean, it's nice to know, no? I mean, how old is the pageant? Like for example, the Cebu pageant. How old is the organization? Would you know?
Actually, I believe that although the Ginoong Pilipinas goes back a few years, Ginoong Pilipinas Cebu was really a fresh thing. There were some similar events and similar pageants to it, but this specific pageant, I think it really did start in our year. And I do believe that there will be more upcoming, of course, for the next few Ginoong Pilipinas competitions. And it was still fresh, there were not that many of us in the national pageant. Although there were, I think, more than 20 as well. For unlike compared to Miss Universe, it starts with so much more. And I believe during the next one, there will be a lot more because people now know the name. It has become more spoken about recently. And I very much look forward to being part of that. And I hope that I get to be there, to assist in however way that I can during the Ginoong Pilipinas national competition.
No, it's wonderful. I mean, you guys you give that, like not only the prestige and the honor of it, but it's really like pushing somebody because you have to be some people they are just not feeling positive with themselves. So being up on stage, overcoming their fright, having that possibility to be with the international or even the national audience is very important for our mindset. So, would you like to sort of like invite your friends or followers on your upcoming events and any projects or social media platforms that they can follow you, Eric?
Yeah, so to everyone out there who's been supporting, I just want to say thank you so much for sticking around for so long. I'm not that active on social media. I try to be, but sometimes we're busy with our own things, and especially me with work, especially with the pandemic. Pageantry was put on hold for a while, but now that we know that this upcoming March we have this international pageant together. And I know that there will be people there to support, and I thank you so much for it. So you can follow it, of course, on my Facebook. Everything's there. I try to keep as recent as I can with all the events, as well as my Instagram. It's Erik Visser. It's all there, and yeah, I just want to say thank you again to everyone for sticking around as long as you have.
Yes, yes, we will. And then we will be like following your journey. And, whatever is your achievements is the Filipino achievement as well. So wherever you are, we go with you. And we may not be there physically, but we can be there virtually, of course, and we'll be supporting whatever endeavors you have. Any specific mantra or advocacy that say one day Eric will be doing?
So recently, since the start of my journey, when I started with my first pageant, my advocacy was about racism, about the different races and equality among races, which has actually been something that I've been advocating during my college days. And then when I brought it up to national level, it was equality in general. So I'm thinking of something still somewhere between there, maybe more about gender equality and also women's rights is something that I really want to bring up.
Yeah.
And I will finalize it. But there is passion for that, for equality. It's always been there. It's always about treating everyone equal, and that's something that I'll be definitely bringing to the international stage when I represent the Philippines.
Yeah, and then Eric, you're so young. My gosh, I mean, you're so young yet you are so full of knowledge, very passionate. Sabi nga ni Dexter, Eric for me has all the luck factors, dear Marites, from the looks to hard work and surrounding himself with the right people. That is so true, because If you happen to be in the wrong type of people, then obviously they could influence you somehow. Eric, I'm just gonna be reading through quickly some of our greeters. Gabriel Christopher Constantino, go King, sabi niya. And then Ernie Villegas, yeah, he speaks so spontaneous. I think this is one of your edge among candidates. Good luck, bro. We are looking forward to bring home the crown. Ayon, sabi ni Ernie. And then, yeah, it's true. You are ready for the universe, Eric. Handsome and brain, si Eric, sabi ni Laura Del. Kung may beauty and brain sa girl, meron ding handsome. How do you call that for sa men? Dexter, maybe you can help us. If it's beauty and brain sa women, how do you call that sa men? Handsome and brain ba? Basta parang baka naman may alam si Albert. Okay, so thank you so much Eric ha. Sabi niya talaga ni Albert, talagang super pogi talaga siya, dear, sabi niya. Oo nga, no. Did you ask your mom sinong pinaglihi niya sa'yo?
Sorry.
Hindi mo alam. Did you ask your mommy kung saan kanya pinaglihi? Bakit sobrang gwapo mo?
I'm not sure I'm not that deep with Tagalog.
He is where basta when mom is pregnant, they would be like looking for like, I don't know, a photograph of a certain actor, just so they believe that it would transform into, I don't know.
I'll have to ask her about that. I think she was just praying for the best.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure every person that saw you would have said you already that you are so handsome. But for me, I think you're
thank you so
also very
much.
bright and smart. That's very important. Ay, sabi pala ni Joey, it's really very windy now here in Cavite, brought about by a typhoon coming in, and the signal is very bad. Is it? How's the weather there, Eric?
It's been it's been a combination of rainy, a bit sunny. Like when I arrived earlier, it was raining quite a bit, and so yeah.
So at least take care na lang kayo mga kaibigan. Sabi ni Josie, we are all proud of you, Eric, especially your mom. Wish you all good luck. Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much, Tita.
Thank you. When you had to attend the competitions, it's international, right? So when they have to do the vote, do you know if the vote is being casted only for that country, or it's now like global the parang the voting?
I'm not sure yet. So I'm hoping that it is something that they can globally vote, and so that all the other candidates get their chances as well, if ever.
Yeah, because I believe there was one, isn't it? Like I think it's the Miss Universe or Miss World. That's why, like for example, Thailand. So they have like the most, I think, followed on social media or something. So I knew what you mean, that it's very difficult for you to be parang follow through with social media kasi syempre you're too busy, even nowadays, 'di ba? So I think dapat meron ka ng team. Si Dexter nang bahala dyan. Your manager, Dexter, will take care of that.
Yeah, he's been doing a good job keeping everything not too busy for me, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, thank you. So mga kaibigan, we are now down to the last 2 minutes. I just would like to announce I'm gonna come in again on my Facebook Live after this show because I know I missed my live show last Friday. We're gonna be talking about your questions about your feng shui and the luck. I know a lot of people were asking me about their candidates and everything who just filed their candidacy. My involvement is just to guide them up to their auspicious date of filing. But if you're gonna ask me who am I gonna vote or sino iboboto, I cannot confirm or deny, and I also have to remain apolitical. So I hope you understand my position. I cannot endorse, but I will have to remain apolitical simply because some of them has really asked me to do their consultations as well. Malay mo mamaya gawin ko rin yung feng shui ni Eric, 'di ba? To make sure he's ready for the crown. So thank you once again. And Eric, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for your company. It's a delight and it's so lovely to have you. I hope I'll see you here in London, if not in London, also in the Philippines. If you do have the chance to come over and explore Europe, let us know. Any final words to your followers?
Yes, thank you so much, Madam, for having me on the show. It was really fun, being back here doing lives again. And so,
Most welcome.
thank you so much to my mom's friends for always being supportive. They've always been supportive when it comes to my pageantry, and of course my colleagues, my friends. I mean, there's quite some of them here. I can see it on the phone who have been supporting. So thank you all so much for keeping up to date and supporting all throughout the way. And I hope you'll keep on supporting up until the international pageant. And once again, thank you so much for having me on the show, Madam Marites. It was so
My
fun.
pleasure. Count me in. Tell your mom, isapay na niya ako, mga Bisaya, mga gwapo, mga gwapa jud na. We always have the chance of winning and, not only beauty, but brains as well. So, Eric, I wish you all the best. Give my love to your family. And you take care there in Dumaguete until I see you next time. And thanks, of course, to our dearest Dexter. I love you, Dex.
Yes, thank you
Thank
again,
you.
Dex, and hope to see you in London, Madam Marites.
Of course, anytime. We'll be here for you. Take care. Thanks, Eric. Ayan, mga kaibigan, thank you so much for being with me today. In fact, because I know marami tayong pwedeng pag-usapan mamaya, I'm just gonna end the show now and then please come in. I'm also gonna go live on my Facebook immediately so we can have a chat and we can have let's catch up naman because I missed you. I was traveling and celebrating my birthday and I'll make kwento to you as well. Okay? So I'll see you again and please watch out for our next episode on Monday for Fun Fortune and Feng Shui. And thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for the nice words that you have given me as well. I love you all mga kaibigan. We will be flashing back again your 2022 horoscope books, which you can pre-order beginning this Wednesday. I'll see you in a bit, guys. Thank you.